Contracts. A contract is a written agreement between two people which can be carried out and enforced by law. Why is it important to have contracts as a wedding videographer? Contracts outline expectations. They help the client understand what you're giving them and also help them know what to expect and what not to expect. Your contract should be ever evolving. When I have a bad experience at a wedding that could have been avoided, I go home and put it in my contract. For example, at one wedding, I show up to find the groom had told his good friend that he could also film the wedding because the friend wanted to get into wedding videography. Well, that was a huge burden on my end because he was constantly in my way and he had brought all of this weird lighting equipment, and on top of trying to work around the photographer, I had to work around him. So I went home and put into my contract that I was to be the sole videographer at the event and there should be no other parties filming the wedding except those that are contracted under my business, and I've never had a problem since. Your contract should outline what I call house rules. It should include everything you've agreed to in your communication with the client, how many hours you've been booked for, how much it'll cost the client if they require additional hours on the day of, or if the wedding just goes late. It should outline the payment schedule, when the deposit is due, how the deposit is non-refundable. It should outline how long it will take for the final video to be edited and delivered, along with anything about re-edits or things of that nature. It should outline what would happen if you were the one to cancel due to a death in the family, or your flight got delayed or whatever, and what you would do to make it right, whether that be refunding them or finding a videographer in their area and editing the footage yourself and so forth. Contracts are personalized and built on experience. Another reason I love HoneyBook is because they give you templates, and when you send the contract to the client, they can easily click to sign and send it right back. I used to have to print it out, sign it, scan it, and email it back and forth, and that was a nightmare. HoneyBook makes that so much easier, and HoneyBook auto uploads all the details from their project, like the package they chose, the date and location of the wedding, and so forth, right into the contract. I've included a PDF of my contract below so that you can use that as a reference for creating your own. And if you haven't already, to join HoneyBook, use the link in the description below, which will give you your first month free and 50% off your first year. But that's it for creating contracts, you guys. If you have any further questions, please let me know.